So what's up guys, so today I'm bringing you another tutorial, a dribbling tutorial actually, and I'm gonna call it the zero-star dribbling tutorial. Now I'm making this video because of the questions I've been asked on my other videos about how I dribble without skill moves, which is why I'm calling this a zero-star dribbling tutorial. So basically I don't use skill moves whatsoever, I just use whatever dribbling attribute what the player has. And normally you should go for players like Arjen Robben, Messi, Robinho, players with like considerable like dribbling attributes of say 80 and above kind of thing. So obviously like I'm not going to be able to tell you everything I do because most of the things I do is based on like instinct and just like because I play soccer in real life and it's just based on how you think, like your own intelligence sort of thing. But I'm going to give you like the basics of how like to dribble, like if you're going to change direction, what you should be doing and what you're doing wrong. So normally when people want to dribble, they do this then. Where like you see I'm not holding sprint right now, this is what happens when I hold sprint. So someone wants to dribble and change direction, they just hold the analog, take hand of sprint, which is actually pretty smart. And sometimes they tap the pace control to change direction and all that shit. But the best way to do this, like to change direction, ever played like another game, say Grand Theft Auto or anything? So if you tilt the analog to the end, your player sort of jogs, but if you tilt it just slightly like this, you see that change in motion? I'll show you again. See, this what happens when you tilt the analog to end, but if you tip it just slightly, he pushes it a little bit slowly, and then he always kicks it with his stronger foot. You notice this? Messi's left-footed is only kicking it with the left foot. See that shit? So yeah, that's what you want to do. And when you do this, it's easier for you to like change direction and dribble. So that's like number one thing you should know. That's the thing I use the most. Like that's my favorite move. Like I approach a player like that. If I'm going to dribble, I'm just going to slow down a little bit, and then just wait for the right moment, and then just cut like that. You see that? Just that easy. Although like the goalies are usually stupid, they're easy to dribble, but with real players, they're gonna jockey and try to surprise you. So again, that's where your intelligence and your wit comes into play. But yeah, if you want to change direction, that's the best thing to do. You can also add like the butt protect while changing direction. I don't know if you can hear the clicking sound right now. That's what I'm doing. Just tapping it a little bit before changing. It helps a lot as well. And the next one is actually pretty good. It's good for like when you're sprinting, you just want to stop and change directions easily. If you watch my videos, you see me do this a lot. Like it's like a stop and move kind of motion. So what happens is I use the sprint combined with the pace control button. So watch what happens. It's called the face-up dribbling. So now when you do this, your player is not going to turn his back against the opponent's goal, no matter what. If your hand is on this button, your player is not going to turn his face against the opponent's goal. See this right now? I'm going backwards. What's it doing? Notice it? It's just going back facing the goal. Then watch me go towards the goal, like changing directions like zigzag. See that? If you've noticed me do this sometimes, just kind of like change direction real quick like that. It's like, da, da, da. It's pretty cool. So yeah, so that's just the face-up dribbling as a sprint combined with the pace control. So I can't really tell you all the instances which, like when you can use this, but I can give you one very good example. Say you're using a fast player like Messi, any like any decent player in FIFA would not come like from behind you unless of course they're using an equally fast player, right? They'll try to cut you off most of the time because fast players are not like there are a lot of fast players in this game. Like in a like say like a whole team, you probably have like 2 3 fast players. So most of the time they're trying to cut you off. So now that's the perfect moment to use this move. So I'm running like this, someone's trying to cut me off, boom, switch like that, boom, switch like that. I'm not holding the R1 by the way, if that's what you think. I'm actually just tapping like the sprint and the pace control. But the reason why this is good is because you can use it to like sort of like change, then push. As soon as you take your hand off like the pace, your player kind of explodes. See like this, boom. See that? So yeah, that's why like that move is pretty good. And that's basically all I do when I dribble. So the first is just with the left analog, just moving it slightly. Make sure if the player is not kicking the ball with his stronger foot alone, that means you're not doing it right. You have to make sure the player is kicking with the stronger foot. So just move the analog slightly when you're about to dribble, and then just change direction, like that. Yeah. I can actually dribble like a lot of players just by being rotating in the same spot. Like that should be like a good way to exercise. They try to dribble like change direction, but stay like don't move away from one spot. If you get it real perfectly, you see the player doing stuff like this. Now that right there, I did it with the actual button for drawing it back. But if you do it really well, like you can just use the analog alone without any other button. So yeah, I really hope that helps, and that's basically how I dribble without skill moves. So if this video helped you in any way, leave a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Oh, by the way, before you before I'm done with this, let me show you something. This would actually teach you a lot about FIFA. Everyone should check this out. So go over here to settings, basic controls. Make sure you looked through all of these at least once. You know, it's gonna help you a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much all I do. Like the move I was talking about earlier on, the movement. See, this is all you have to study for movement. So like the face-up dribbling, receive ball and turn and all that good stuff. So yeah, I just gotta know all of this shit. And yeah, that's it basically. But I hope it helped.